Good afternoon, everyone. As we discussed yesterday class, in that yesterday class about the calculation part of your power plant engineering unit 1, how we are calculating in the power in terms of kilowatts. So with that kilowatts power calculation, some necessary parts are there. We are already discussed about the load factor, capacity factors. So these are the performance of tasks of to calculating the power, and remaining part section is there. Now we are discussing about the remaining part section. So make sure to your attention will be there, and we will discuss about this all criteria of about the your calculation part here. In the next section, after today is the last class about your unit 1. In the next section, your unit 2, the combustion process. In that combustion process we will discuss about the problems also, and we will inshallah solving also problems. Okay, so shall I start now? Last one we are discussed the reserve capacity and utility factors. Now we are discussing about the diversity factor. What is called as diversity factor? Diversity factor, in that diversity factor we are considering here the maximum demand of individual customer, or else we can say that the maximum demand of individual consumer. We can calculate the diversity factor in terms of individual consumer demand, maximum demand, sum of the individual consumer demand by the highest maximum demand among the individual group. Here diversity factor is nothing but simple one is there. If I, for example, if I have 5 customers, in that 5 customers, 10 for first customer demand, 20 for second customer demand, 30 third customer, 40 fifth customer, fourth customer, and 50 if the product of quantity wants the customers demanding is this, the fifth customer is 50. Or else we can say here that we are not manufacturing any product here. Here we are manufacturing, we are producing here the power. So we can say that 10 kilowatts, 20 kilowatts, 30 kilowatts, 40 kilowatts, 50 kilowatts. These are the 5 customers wants different maximum demands. So if we want to find the diversity factor, first we have to add these all demands, 50 plus 40, 90, 90. If we are adding 10 plus 20, 30, 30 plus 30, 60, 60 plus 40 is 100, 100 plus 50 is 150. The total maximum the total demand is here, maximum demand at a certain time is 150. Then divided by 150 is highest maximum demand. Highest maximum demand, the total maximum demand we can suppose the value of x. Let we are considering here the value of x is equal to total maximum demand of all consumers, and the value of y is considering for here that individual maximum demand of customer, in that which one is maximum, that we consider the y is equal to. So here the formula is diversity factor is equal to summation of maximum demand 1 plus maximum demand 2 plus etc. Like this the all customer 5 customers. Here we are calculating the all maximum demand. Just now we calculate 150, then 150 divided by the highest maximum value, highest maximum demand among the group is the fifth customer having the highest demand, that is 50. 150 is divided by 50. like that we are cancelling that value. Then after that we can easily get that value, the DRF. What is called as DRF? Diversity factor. What is called as DRF? Again I am telling to you, diversity factor. And diversity factor not less than 1. It may be the diversity factor greater than 1 will be there, that value, because of it seems the lowest maximum demand on the plant for every given number of consumer. If the value will become a diversity factor is greater than 1, it seem or it's saying that the lower maximum demands of the number of customer we can say easily or we can give easily. Next one is availability factor. How much we have the availability of factor. If I have one power plant, in that power plant I can produce the, for example I am considering I can produce the 1000 kilowatts. Generally I am saying 1000 kilowatts with the time period I have. In that the time period I can produce the 1000 kilowatt. In that 1000 kilowatts, two customers are taken 700 kilowatts. So whatever the remaining kilowatts are there, that are my availability factor. It comes under in availability factor. So availability factor, we can find that how much the availability factor is will be there. So I am just taking the example for 1000 factor, 1000 kilowatts. Not exactly the 300 kilowatts will be in there in availability factor. As if we are finding the accurate value, we can proceed by the helping of availability factor formula or terms and conditions. Then only we can know the exact figure of the availability factor or availability of per kilowatts, or we can produce the power remaining. So availability factor is equal to time period the plant in operation by total time interval. Time period, how much time period will taken in that operation for remaining part of the kilowatts. Means two customers are already taken 700 kilowatts. For example, I am taken the 1000 kilowatts. In that 1000 kilowatt, already I said to you 700 kilowatts are taken to customer, and suddenly the one customer is came and one consumer. Customer is nothing but here the consumers are residential consumers, commercial consumers, industrial consumers. These are the consumers, because of we are here to produce the power from the power plant, and the sources are we are taking here the water and air to conserving and to converting in terms of steam, and then the steam in that steam power plant, what different power plants are there we are already discussed. In that different power plant, the last stage will be goes to the generator, and the generator, the three phase tower will take after the generator, the whatever the producing energy will be there, that goes to the three phase power transmission system. Then after that the power will be distributed as per the criteria level to residential area, to commercial area, or its industrial area. So here we are saying remaining parts. So for example, we are having 300 kilowatts power. So we suddenly the third customer was came, and the consumer was came and said to us to produce 300 kilowatts. So we are having capacity, the availability capacity 300 kilowatts. But if it is sometime the time is not there, so how we can produce at a time of day for particular? So we should know what is the actual availability factor criteria is there. That's why here we are considering the time period of plant operation. How much time will take the plant to produce the 300 kilowatts for third customer. and it is divided by the total time interval. Because of, if we are producing any power, we should know the time interval also, as per the level or as per the period of the producing of energy. For one to two process, like 2 to 3 processes, we should know how much time will take in that time intervals. So running, we can say that the running time by time running how much plus time standby plus stoppage time. These are the 3 different times are there. We are considering in the interval time, total interval time. So just general formula for the availability factor is time period in the plant operation by total time interval. The ratio of a maximum real power consumed by a system of maximum real power that should be consumed if the entire load connected to the system were to be activated at the same time. Here the demand factor. The other one is demand factor. Demand factor is already we know the as per the consumer level of the demand factor is there. If the demand factor is suitable for the power plant, then we can say that we can say in terms of ratio, the maximum real consumer is of the system is the ratio to the maximum power. That should be, we can say that should be the entire load will be activated at same time. If the demand factor of the consumer is accurate as per the level of power plant, and if it is accurate, it seems that the ratio will be of the time of producing of power will be same time. If again I am telling to you, just listen my words. Demand factor of the consumer is equal to the accurate value of to producing the power for the from the power plant. If it is equal, it means whatever the time is there, that is in terms of the real time is of the system is in terms of ratio to real power, whatever the maximum real power is generated, that totally same time would be taken to entire load. Okay. Next one is, these are the demand factors for consumer. Demand factor is the ratio of maximum demand to the connected load. How much the maximum demand is taken from the customer, and it is in terms of ratio to connected the load. Maximum demand, we can take the maximum demand from the consumer kilowatts only at any time. At any time we can consider the kilowatts. If sometimes the megawatts will be there, so as per the megawatts, it is a commercial or it is a industrial, we can see that first, and whether we can produce or not, we have to think, and with that time, or we can we don't have sometimes the sufficient time will be there, so we have to convey the consumer to give us the more time, and as per our criteria level of the producing of the power and our norms, we have to do. Beyond the norms we cannot do. If we are doing, it seems our drawback will becomes. Demand factor, simply we can say the last point we are already discussed. Here we are simply we can easily get, or you can easily get that the maximum demand of consumer by the connected load, and demand factor will be less than or equal to 1. Plant use factor, PUF. Plant use factor is annual kilowatt produced by plant capacity into hours of plant operation. Plant use factor, here we are for if I am producing the power from the initial year or starting year of January and then December, in that December how much the energy I am producing, and how much the power plants take the time and that how much the power plant capacity is increase or it is decrease, whatever may be there. So if we want to know about this, we can conclude the plant use factor. Plant use factor is equal to annual kilowatt per hour. Per hour annual kilowatt, how much we are produced. Then we have to divide it by plant capacity. For example, annual kilowatts per hour is for small power plant, 10,000 kilowatts per hour is there for just small power plant. Or I am taking the example to know you easily, that's why I am taking, not only I am saying to you exact value. So kilowatt per hour for 10,000 kilowatts, and the capacity of the power plant is 12,000 into 12,000 hours of plants for operation is 3,600 or 36 3,600, we can say that 3,600, for example 3,600 hours was taken for the to generate the power plant. Capacity is 12,000, but we are generated 10,000. That should be, we have to divide it and multiply, then we can easily get the plant use factor value. What is the difference, what are the difference, how much the difference will be done. So if we are know the difference of the capacity and our producing annual kilowatts per hour, then we can produce or proceed the next year, if or else we are trying to give the as per the plant capacity value to the consumer. Electricity power generation cost. We are the last time we are discussing the about in the last section. Here we are discussing about the power, how much we are producing the power, and where, as per the criteria where we are generating, and how we will know about the power of the customer requirement or demand factor. These are the terms and conditions already we are discussed. And then here we are discussing about the electricity power generation cost. How much the power generation cost will be taken from the criteria of the different customer. Capital cost, operating and maintenance cost, fuel cost. These are the three different things. Here the three different things we have to take care in that our mind section, and then after that our profit will be there. Capital cost must be there in your power generation cost, operating cost and maintenance cost, because of we are producing the power, that is operating, and maintenance will be there. Definitely we should conclude these two. Then after third one is the main one is fuel, because of in the diesel power plant we are taking the fuel, in the steam power plant we are taking the power, water. So here the fuel cost will be there. So these three things we have to conclude. After that whatever the figure will be there, like example for 30 percentage of out of 100 percentage, 30 percentage will goes to the these three things. Then 20 percentage I am taking the considering of the profit. So in that overall 100 percentage we are giving the 30 percentage for the producing section, and the 20 percentage is our profit. Total is 50 percentage. From 50 percentage of the cost we are taking from the consumer. So these costs are often expressed in unit currency. So here the cost will be offering from different countries having different currency. Per kilowatt we are considering 1 kilowatt, as per 1 kilowatt per hour for accurate power cost will be there for different countries are there. So generally generation of power is taking 60 percentage, transmission 10 percentage, distribution 20%, administration and profit we are saying 10%. So out of 100, 80% goes to the work only, and the remaining 10% is goes to our profit, and other 10% is the first one for the capital purpose, capital cost. So we have to reserve the capital cost 10%, and the 80% goes to the functioning process, and the remaining 10% is goes to the profit section. That profit we will, that profit directly goes to our side, who is is the founder of power plant. That 10% will goes to the correspondent section. Yeah, as like here the initial cost will be, the initial cost will be there, or B is economic charge, fuel cost will be there. Initial cost for setting the power plant, we should invest some amount. So where we are investment that amount, first of all we have to take the land, building, then other thing is equipment, installation must. If we are purchasing equipment, we don't know the installation procedure, then it is waste for us. So installation will be there, and that person will take the charges also for the installation. Then after the overall charges means the transportation of equipment, storage, keeping, interest, other things are there, electricity, light, electricity setup, or equipments, or labors are there. These are the overall extra charges will be there for initial setting of power plant. Next, economic charges. Economic charges is interest rate. If we are taking the loan from the bank sector, or that we should give the interest rate. As you know, already we discussed the economic. Economic means cost of electricity producing. So for if we are producing the cost of electricity, we should give the interest to the government, interest rate. That is interest rate. Depreciation means physical wear and tear, corrosion, again a functional change of process, technical advancement. In that depreciation, how much the corrosion will be take, or where the function will not be where the function is not doing a proper arrangement. So as per the our terms and condition, as per the level, we have to change the process. If it is technical issue will be there, the taxes we have to pay to the government, and we have to take the insurance also for our equipment, for our machineries, and for our we have to give the insurance also, our labors also. These are the economical charges. For setting up power plant, these are the two things are there. And the third one is fuel cost. If we want to do power plant setup, we can consider these three things, and we can easily generate the power. We have to take the license also from the government. Okay. Fuel cost. To produce a given amount of electricity, if we want to produce as per the, if the consumer requirement is 300 kilowatts per hour. So as per the 300 kilowatts per hour, we have to give the sources of the fuel to the power plant. So 300, as per the 300 kilowatts per hour, we have to take the fuel also. So fuel cost will be more. if it is the maximum, if it is the demand will increase, the fuel supply is also more. So fuel cost, we can consider the fuel cost is equal to MF into fuel cost. Okay, to what is here MF is fuel annual consumption rate, ton. MF is ton by year, how much fuel we are taking in terms of ton capacity per year. And nth is plant thermal efficiency, the thermal efficiency of the plant, how much is there for the duration of the year. And the cost, you know that the cost of unit of mass of a fuel is INR in per ton. INR is our Indian rupee standard. So in per ton, how much cost will be there for our Indian currency. Okay, E is a power produced, how much we are producing. HHV is fuel heating value, in terms kilojoules per kg we are considering HHV value. Operating and maintenance cost, the last one is operating. We have to give the labor cost for wages or salary basis. Sometimes some labors will be there for daily wages purpose, and some employers are there, and that employees we should give the salary in the month section. And then maintenance charges is there for we are considering the maintenance or 3 months or 6 months or yearly, we should give the charges also, maintenance. And after that, electric power produce, EPP, electric power produce. Here the electric power produce here will be represented as how much power we are producing, in terms of how much we are producing power, and how we are expressing the power on 1 year. EPP is equal to PRT into CF into T, kilowatts per hour electric power produced in that year. If someone is asking you to how much you are producing the electric power in the whole year, then we are calculating this formula, and then we can say that this such a type of amount of power is we are generating the whole year. PRT, nominal power plant rating. Nominal power plant rating means generally how much the kilowatt will generate power plant. And CF is plant capacity factor. T is hours per year. So total 8,760 hours per year. So in that year total how many hours will be there? For to 8,760 hours we have taken. We are not taking the holidays time, so only we are taking the official works time. 8,760 into nominal power plant rating, how much the kilowatt we are produce and how much the plant capacity is there. We should multiply these all three things, then only we can get the electric power, how much we are producing in the whole year. And the last one is OPGC. OPGC is overall power generation cost. Overall how much the cost will be taken to generate the power is equal to capital cost plus O and M. O and M is already, you know, just now we have discussed the operation and maintenance cost. Capital cost plus operation and maintenance cost plus fuel cost is divided by the EPP, electric power produced. Then we can know the how much cost we are spended to generate the power for the whole year. Thank you for listening my complete lecture for unit 1. for introduction part, in that introduction part we are discussed here the types of sources of energy, and then after that we are discuss here the types of fuels, liquid, gas and solid fuel. After that we are discuss here the power plant layout, and then we discuss we are here the layout structures of power plant in deeply, as our advantage and disadvantage and procedure of the layout of the structure. This and then the last section we are discuss here the calculation part of the power plant, and how we are producing the energy, or if it is sometimes the maximum demands or the customer demands, as per the customer demand, how we will utilizing our power plant to generate the more power. These are the all things we are discussing here in that unit 1. So I am stopping here, the unit 1 completion. So you should be make sure to give your attendance in that Google form. In the last classes I already see so many students are observing the lecture on my notes, but they are not giving the attendance on that comment section. If you are not giving means you will not be proceed to go the internal exams. If you are not going internal exams means you will be sitting on same class after this semester also. Maybe it may be happened because of your strictly instruction from the your HOD side and your OU side. The strictly instruction will be there, so that's why we are taken here your comment section in attendance. So now I am giving you the easily format for the Google form. After the watching of this video, in that your group the Google form link will be there. So you have to just click on that Google form link and then submit the all details and then submit. Then only your attendance will be complete for this lecture. Like this the every lecture will be there now onwards. Okay, thank you very much for listening. If you are not understanding any concept in this unit 1 or any topic, you can comment me on my or you can message me on my mail, and I will give you the revision classes. In that revision classes I will tell you about that topic also. So in the next class after the lunch the class will be there 2 to 3. Then that class I will start that unit 2. Okay, Allah Hafiz.